Hey, you know, right? I have, of course. I mean, you should know that yays, lovers, and glasses of wine, these are the things that should never be counted. Yep, don't count that at all. Hello, you. I'm your host, Viva, a girl who is stuck with too many fiction and fantasies. Welcome. This is You Could Pod, where there's only possibilities of all the stuff you actually and couldn't reckon. Okay, drum roll please. If there's something like that, well, there isn't. I want to welcome you to the first episode. It's actually the first episode, yeah, but that was the other first episode, but that was actually me testing the waters. Me stirring and striving the waters and seeing how low or how high I can be. I think I am going to be on the high side, and then the actual me can be on the low side. So I already told you, if you had the first one, I already told you about all the stuff that goes on, right? So with all that said, welcome to the very first, why do I keep saying that? To the number one episode of You Could Pod, and today's topic is conversations. Yeah, why did I say that? Yeah, because I actually told you guys, I said, because you had that, right? Because don't tell me you didn't hear it, okay? Alright, so we're going to be focusing on conversations because I love to have conversations. Conversation is something, some of the things, it's actually one thing I can't get enough of. I talk to myself a lot, so I want to talk to people. And I imagine I'm talking to people, and I imagine that I've already talked to them, and this is the response they're giving me. I imagine a whole lot of stuff. Did I tell you? Yes, I have so many fiction and fantasies. I already said that. But anyway, conversations. I feel like right now, why do I say right now? Right now in this generation, 2023, and when everything is bright and clear, and people can literally decide to identify as an object if they choose to. Though it's not happening yet in my part of the world. Conversations are literally the goal, the iron. Is there stuff like that? Yeah, the iron that holds things together. That is not a joke. That is not an expression. Okay, it's actually the glue that holds literally everything together. But it is also good for people to be quiet and silent in peace, right? But you can only be quiet and silent in peace when you have known this person, and now you guys are so comfortable in the whole craziness and loudness that you can then actually decide to be quiet and peace. So before you get to that part, which is literally the hardest part, it's not so hard, but before you get to that part, you have to be in conversations. Because me particularly, I am a sucker for conversations. I love to talk, which is probably, I don't want to say it's part of the reason why I'm doing this, but it's probably the reason why I actually enjoy doing this, because I like to talk. So now I can bring all my personalities together, all my freaking personalities together. I can bring them together, and then I can talk to each and every one of them, and they're gonna have to listen, because it's just one person who is hosting this podcast, and it is me and not those crazy dudes. Moving along. Conversations, right? I know. Conversations, right? Yep. Okay, before I say anything more, I'd like to tell you guys a little bit of story. A teeny bit of story. Once upon a time in a hot, sunny, bright, and wonderful, funny country called Nigeria, in the city of Port Harcourt, this lady, this girl, Viva, is baked and ready to have a spontaneous, fast, and early scheduled dates, official dates, work dates with this highly appraised person. Highly appraised. She is fidgety, she is nervous, she is scared, she is also excited, all the opportunities, and she is shaking down to her boots because how would it go? Getting to the appointment, she leads with compliments. She leads with telling this expected boss and colleague of how good and how wonderful and highly appraised he comes, and she is willing to be humble and loyal and ready to learn from whatever he has to teach, only to be disappointed all over a 7-minute conversation that the highly appraised person that she came out of the house fidgeting and checking and nervous to the teeth couldn't actually hold a conversation. Not because you know what? Nobody knows the reason why. We don't want to just speculate. We don't know the reason why he had never had anything to say. It goes 7 minutes and she's talking her teeth out. She's talking and talking continuously, and this person only had But this is supposed to be a meeting. This is not supposed to be a conversation where the other person just listens and nods and agrees. This is supposed to be a conversation where it's a butthead conversation. This is how I think that the whole place should look. I think it should have this interior because I read the review and they said they want this and they said they want that, and I believe because I've done this and done that, but there was nothing. And then later I got to find out on the particular day for the job as to the reason why I had to go meet this person. Back to using the regular terms. I'm off the story, but still on the story. It happens to be that this wonderful person could not even hold the conversation with the actual clients, with the people we were working for. Because I run errands for people. I do errands. I do a whole lot of stuff. Whatever it is, just get it on. But that is not what is important right now. Okay, so he could not actually even tell or make these people believe that we are the real deal, or make them believe that they should choose us the next time. And I wouldn't say I was let down or disappointed. I was just in awe. I was surprised. I was astonished the whole freaking time. I did not understand the reason why it couldn't work, and I did not understand the reason as to the fact that this person who is supposedly meant to be in this particular line of work for over a decade cannot actually have a conversation. And which leads me to say that this is the most important thing. I was once having a conversation, a talk with a friend of mine, and I said, Social intelligence is literally what is. We have all gotten IQs now. I mean, we can acquire IQs now. We can get it off our laptop, get it off our phone, get it off the internet, get it off anywhere. Okay, IQs are important, but okay, we have gotten that, done that. Can we just move on to being socially? People can talk. People can literally say nothing to you. And in this particular part of our wonderful world, where we are wonderful people, Nigerians are wonderful people, because I am one of them. I mean, can you imagine? Okay. It happens to be that we have a very strong set of critics, on the male counterparts. they're very critics. I mean, I always see to people, I talk with people and they say, oh my God, women don't have nothing to say. Girls don't have nothing to say. And I have been in so many conversations with other people. I'm like, this person can't even carry on. I mean, I feel like I am the freaking talkative. I like to talk. Yes, there is no doubt I like to talk. But I'm not going to just be talking about stuff that it's not responded to. And I also understand the fact that the male gender, men are usually on the northern, and I agree inside. They're not the people who have to interject and say what they feel, apart from the ones who are geniuses and who will understand that it's a conversation and not what a particular person is supposed to lead on. It is not a complaint, because there's already this perception and mindset that guys have that, okay, she should entertain me. But dude, honey, why would I want to be entertaining your outro? At least it's a conversation. I mean, I'm not a radio. I mean, as much as I wouldn't mind being the radio, but I am not a radio in this case. So why not have a conversation with me? Why not talk with me? So with that, we can get to say the conversation as a definition is where two persons or more are passing formal or informal ideas. You see that? You're supposed to be sharing the ideas. You're supposed to be giving it back to back. You give me, I give you. It's a give and a take. And then still on the matter, I read this article that talks about the splittings of conversations, that actually emphasize and builds on conversations. And then it divides and splits the whole thing into two. It says they are conversation givers and they are conversation takers. Yes, conversation givers and conversation takers. In this particular case, I therefore regard myself as a conversation taker. Yes, I am. But first, I have to explain that to you and tell you what it is about. So, conversation takers are the people who make declarations as invitations, according to this article, according to the study that I went on, research that I read on about conversations. Takers are declarations. They're the people who declare stuff, they just say the stuff and expect and hope that you carry on the conversations. And why the conversation givers are the ones who inquire. They're the one who use inquisition as invitations. I don't know if any of you have been on a date or maybe a meeting or not an interview, okay, nothing that is formal or anything, and you are getting interrogated. I take myself as a taker. I know that I am a conversation taker in this meaning and in this light, because I don't like to be asked questions. I don't know why, but I don't enjoy it when people are just asking me serious questions. What's your name? What's your this? Which is that? No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I prefer you just say something, and because I like to talk, because I'm crazy about talking, I am definitely going to carry on. I'm going to have to say something in response. I am that person. I am that kind of person. If you said something, I'm not going to let you have it as a statement, unless it has to be a statement, unless it's rhetorical, unless we're in that serious mindset, unless maybe it's an argument, and I feel like I've hit a brick wall, and okay, this person is not even going to listen to reason. So I just stay, or where, it's actually, there is no reason for me to actually just say anything. I just be chill, because as much as I like to talk, I like to keep quiet also. So in this light, I take myself as a conversation taker. Why? Because conversations are supposed to be doorknobs. Conversations are supposed to be pathways. They're supposed to be a door opening to future talk, to future idea sharings. It's not supposed to be a one-time thing. So it is good, actually. It doesn't make either a giver or a taker a bad person. No, it doesn't. But actually, it means that when you taker comes in contact with a giver, it's definitely gonna clash. You get it? They're going to probably have a whole lot of discomfort. Like me, if I met someone who is willing to ask me all the questions, what's your name, where you from, what you do, what you doing, why you wear that, why you do, oh my God, I am tipped off already. I am already ticking my clock, and I'm like, okay, I can't wait to get out of here. I am their person. So it doesn't mean that a conversation giver is worse off. And it doesn't mean that a conversation taker is worse off. It just means that these different people, these different persons agree, and these different persons share and pass out their information on different forms and different interjectory. Before, I didn't know this. Actually, I didn't know any of this. I mean, I used to get very, very freaking annoyed when people ask me a lot of questions. As a matter of fact, I still do. To an extent, because I feel like, okay, we're adults now. I don't like saying that word, adults. Because I never planned it. Anyway, because we are grown now, and what grown people do is you're meant to understand and get to know that this is what works, this is what will be effective. Because when you're just in a conversation with someone and you're being asked a whole lot of questions, you feel like not just only do you feel that you've been interrogated or interviewed, you feel like my mindset, me particularly, what I feel is when someone keeps on throwing those plenty questions, inquisitions on me, I feel like, okay, honey, I better be getting something out of this. I mean, if I have to answer all these questions and be on all these hot seats, I better get a prize. And that is why most times when I talk to people, they feel like, oh my God, you're always talking about money and what you're going to get. Why? Because you are asking me too many questions. I feel like I have to give you all this information. What am I going to get for it? Come on. This is what I think. And not, I don't take it serious. I mean, I don't mean that you should do that. I mean, I just say the words because that's how I'm feeling at the time. Because I feel like, okay, dude, I'm going to do that. I mean, you expect me to answer all these questions, dude? What am I getting out of it? It doesn't mean that I like money. I mean, what's bad there to like money? Come on, honey. The world is run on money. And when I say dude, it's a boy, it's a girl, okay? Dude is a general representation of everybody, okay? Even a baby is a dude, an adult is a dude. An object I could also refer as a dude. Or guy, or dude, or whatever that comes to mind. So it's generalization in here. Back to that conversation givers and takers. I am majorly a conversation. I could give you an instance on a conversations and differentiation between a giver and a taker. Okay, let me get it. Let me think. Okay, say I am a conversation taker, like I have been saying that I am. I could make statements, say, I just went out with you or we just hung out. Anyway, we did, and we had this very wonderful meal. And I am fetching for a talk because you have been so quiet. And it looks like something is eating you up. It looks like the ghost of your hometown, village people. It looks as if they are coming to attack you. And I'm trying to help you because I'm always going to help you when it comes to things like that. Okay, and I make... after having this wonderful dinner, breakfast, brunch, or lunch, or whatever it is, I make statements like, as a taker, I'm giving an instance. As a taker, I could make statements like, oh, that food sucks. Yeah, bite me if you like it. And then this person, whoever I'm having this conversation, whoever I'm expecting to have a response to what I just said, could be like, how would you say that? Then I didn't actually ask a question. I just made a declaration, which is also an invitation, you see. So that's why the article says declaration is an invitation for a conversation taker and inquisition for a conversation giver. So that is why I will always, I know that I am definitely always going to have a little bit of problem. But I just want to say it is best that we human beings don't get to ask people so much. Maybe someday I am going to have to clean out this dirty head of mine. Maybe someday I'm going to have to clean out this head, and then I'm going to have to be thinking and have the fact in my head that when people ask me so much questions, they shouldn't get something. Not that I actually think that, but I should not interject or say things like, what am I getting out of it? It wouldn't mean that I need something, but I actually need something. I do need something. But that is not what we're talking about. The thing is, it wouldn't actually mean that I expect them to give me something. But it's just that when you ask so much conversation, it adds so much questions. I'm getting it wrong. I'm getting all, okay, it's blabbing in here. When there's and so much inquisitions and questions and inquiry during a conversation, it creates a very big fat room for discomfort. It is so discomforting. I mean, it looks like, okay, all right, okay, what's your name? I'm Viva. What are you from? I'm from the ward. What country do you hail? I'm from a black nation. Oh my God, are you dark skin or black skin? Can't you see my skin? It's it literally makes me, or would make the person in that position, it would make the person to just want to give you just the answers and get out, just the answers and get out, like when you are being questioned by a lawyer, you should just give the precise answers, because you're not supposed to say, when they ask you, what time did you leave? You're not supposed to say, I think, you're just supposed to go straight to the point. You're just supposed to say, I left at 6 p.m. So you don't say more. Because those dudes, oh my God. But that is for conversation takers and conversation. So this article actually opens it up for me and for you guys, you wonderful beings that are listening to me. Okay, that during conversations, it is way best when a taker meets a taker. Oh my God, it is a match made in heaven. It is sweet. It is very sweet. It's sweet. I would only assume that if a giver meets a giver, it will be a match made in heaven for them too. Obviously, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure because I'm not one, so I don't know how that will go. But I'm thinking it will go well because, they understand that they have to go back and forth, right? But when a taker means a taker, oof, I'm imagining this in my head. I am getting excited because it will be a whirlwind of conversations. It will be an interjection. It will be fun. It will be very fun. And people, you know what people do when they're having fun? They get happy and excited and things happen. And doors open and opportunities come and pathways are cleared and the red deep seas are divided by the words of the conversation that we have and the principalities of the darkness. In the evil world and all that stuff is shattered. Because what? Oh, happily ever after. So can we now understand that conversations are meant to be, there is no gender. There is no gender in when it comes to conversations. Okay. With the whole feminism then, okay, I don't want to go into that because that is a topic for another day discussion. But I am going to say there is no gender. There is no specific role. You are not supposed to be the one who just asks the question, because I get to know you. I don't know. People have this stuff in their head. They say, okay, I want to know this person. So they just quiet and they're listening to hear what I'm going to preach, what you are going to preach. Or they're just blowing you up like Frank Adore with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or Jeremy Clarkson with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's too many questions. Time it down, honey. Put it down, okay? There's no need for that. You can just ask one and make it feel more comfortable when you just say something about yourself. It is always entertaining, more fun. It is always more and extremely comfortable when someone gets to understand that they're in a conversation with you and you're not just here to hear so much about them. You also have a little bit of tea to share with them. It makes them feel like, okay, it's not just me. We are in this together. We are having fun, But when you just jabbing them with questions, or when you're just the one who just stays there, oh, really? Okay. What's going on? I don't see you as snobbery or will I say he's forming or anything. I don't see all that. Or she is forming. Oh, she's trying to be ahead of waters. I don't see that. I just my head, I just think, okay, literally, dude is dumb. He ain't got nothing to say. I mean, he's not saying anything because there is nothing to say. That's the way I see it. But that is my opinion, and that is one man's opinion. But I need to know your opinion. You're going to have to tell me your opinion, right? Tell me who you are. Tell me what part you are. Are you a conversation taker? Are you a conversation giver? Tell me, because I would actually want to have a conversation with a giver. As much as I say I would prefer a taker, my fellow taker, as much as I say I do not want, I would actually want to have a conversation with a giver, because I can't wait to frustrate them, because I know I'll frustrate them. I mean, when they're asking all these questions, I always have a wonderful comeback. But tell me, baby. Tell me what role you are. Are you a giver? Are you a taker? Are you part of the declaration people as invitation? Or are you part of the inquisition lot as part of invitations? Let me know here on You Could Pod with the girl with too many fantasies. And don't forget, I'll be back. I actually said this will be done twice in a week, but no, baby. You might be more. Expect more, expect less. But in life they say, expect nothing, so you don't get disappointed. But here, I am telling you to expect stuff. And when you don't see what you're expecting, hit me up. Tell me about it. I can take it. You want to yell? You want to cuss me out? Whatever you want to do, just tell me. I need a feedback. I actually need a reaction. I see people say, oh no, you can tell me that I'm fine, but don't leave any negative. No, I don't care. You know why? Because we all are not going to have the same opinions. So give me yours, hit me yours, and don't forget to listen on this wonderful Again, I don't know why I make these voices. Don't forget to listen on Google Podcasts and on Spotify. And subscribe, honey. Subscribe, baby. Subscribe and leave me your comments, like and share, and invite all your friends, because we are going to have a party. While you're doing that, just catch on, and don't you forget the things you should never count. Yes, lovers, and how many shots of whiskey you are taking. It doesn't matter. Don't count that. You should never count that. You should just continue going and going. Okay, this is You Could Pod, where all possibilities you're reckoning, it's real. And I'm your girl, fantasy girl, Viva, and I'll be back in a bit. Hold on for me. And don't forget to leave your review. Love you. Mwah!